Hello everyone, it's Theme Park Avenue, I'm Eric, and this is a brand new ranking list. Universal Orlando Resort has some really great themed areas all around, from Harry Potter, to Marvel, to Jurassic Park, tons of immersive worlds. But which ones are the best? We're going to rank them today. Before getting into the criteria, I'd like to ask that you subscribe to the channel. The amount of support I've been getting lately is really great, I appreciate you all for that, and I hope we will continue to grow. As far as criteria for this list, I am going based off of ride quality and theming quality. For me, ride quality is much more important, as I am a ride enthusiast, but theming also will play a role in where these rank. I'll make notes of how good the theming and ride quality are in each area when I review them. Let's begin. Starting off the list with number 16, my least favorite, San Francisco. This is not necessarily a badly themed area. In fact, it looks very nice. It has some good San Francisco style buildings. It's right along the water, which has that San Francisco sort of vibe to it. It has some nice buildings. So in theming, it's not the worst. But in ride quality, it's the worst. It has Fast and the Furious Supercharged, my least favorite theme park ride anywhere, ever. There are some other areas that have no rides, but I'd rather go to an area with no rides than one that has this. Coming in number 15 is Skull Island. Skull Island is just kind of one ride and not really an area. The theming on Skull Island Reign of Kong is nice. I don't think it's a great ride, some do. I don't really think it's all that great personally, but I mean, this is not the worst area, and there's still plenty of fun stuff to see here. Number 14 is Port of Entry at Islands of Adventure, the area you walk into when you see the park. It has some bizarre sort of buildings that are of many different cultures, and theming is really wacky here, and I really love that actually. I think it's a really nice area to introduce you to how crazy and fun Islands of Adventure really is. It's a really nice area, there's no rides, that's what holds it back, but it's still a very nice area. Number 13, Hollywood. Hollywood has no rides. It has this really good Jason Bourne show, I hear. I hadn't seen it, but I hear it's pretty good. And it has some good theming that really does feel like Hollywood. The issue is that there's some random, cars and minion statues all around. But other than that, the theming's very nice. And it's a very good area overall. It's not one of the best because there's no rides, but it's still definitely one that you should walk through if you go to the park. Number 12 is Seuss Landing. I really like Dr. Seuss work. I think they're fun books. I don't think this area quite does him justice. It's fun, but it's not the best theming in the park. As far as rides go, they're all kind of mediocre. Cat in the Hat's an alright dark ride, I guess. Kind of dated. And then the other rides are just kind of small, simple stuff. Definitely fun for kids, but really not anything special. Number 11 is World Expo. World Expo's weird as it's one ride, a show, and a DeLorean. The ride is great. The Men in Black Alien Attack, I really enjoy that dark ride, one of my favorites. Shooting ride, it's really fun. And because it has a great ride, World Expo moves much higher on this list. Entering the top 10, number 10 is the Lost Continent. I remember this one mostly for an overpriced hot dog, but this is a nice area. The theming outside of the Harry Potter ones is probably the best of any area in either park. There's no rides, but there's this one walkthrough thing that you can do and it's fun. It's a really well themed and enjoyable immersive area, and that's why it ranks a bit higher on this list. Number 9 is Woody Woodpecker's Kids Zone. I actually really like Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster. EC Adventures in this area is pretty fun too. This one feels like a lot of small areas put into one. It's not the great theming you'd expect from some of the other areas. It's just a fun kids area. It's better than Seuss Landing for ride quality and honestly probably theming, but it's pretty close when it comes to theming. That said, I definitely think Kids Zone deserves a spot near the top half, but not quite that high. Now onto the great areas. Number 8 is Production Central. This one has Shrek 4D, Transformers The Ride, Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, and Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit. I enjoy Rip Ride Rockit quite a bit, think it's a very good roller coaster. Transformers The Ride is a very fun one, definitely good. The other two, Shrek 4D, I really don't like that one. And Despicable Me Minion Mayhem is just a screen ride in my opinion. It's still fun, so there's a lot of rides here. The theming is nice, it's nothing amazing, but plenty of nice buildings. The area is a bit cluttered, but unlike Port of Entry, It's a little difficult to get around, honestly. So since this area is 4 rides, it definitely moves a bit higher on the list. And the rides are, some of them at least, are good, but this is not really an amazing area, honestly. Number 7 is Springfield, home of The Simpsons. I love The Simpsons, I still watch it to this day, and this area does a great job kind of encapsulating what Simpsons is all about. It's fun, it's a bit small, so you don't have amazing theming. Theming's a bit weaker than some of the other areas that are below it, but that said, the rides are very good. Simpsons Ride is probably my favorite screen-based ride in the parks, and King and Koda's Whirl and Twirl is a fine ride. It's really the fact that there's 2 rides and one of them is really good that this ranks above Production Central, because that one might have better theming, honestly, but I just really enjoy Simpsons area. Maybe my personal bias, but I like the restaurants that really do a great job, kind of seeming like, looking like what the area is all about. So this area is really, really great. Number 6 is Toon Lagoon. Toon Lagoon's underrated. It has really great theming with all sorts of references to comic characters that I love, a lot of cool cartoon stuff, some really great restaurants and such. I'm not really thinking about food, but the buildings really look cool and the theming is great. And the 2 water rides are fantastic. Popeye and Bluto's Bilge Rat barges are great, but Dudley Do Right is the greatest water ride in the world in my opinion, with fantastic theming, some pretty fast thrilling elements, and just a really, really fun blast to be on. Really amazing area, with 2 great rides and some good theming. Number 5 is Diagon Alley. Diagon Alley is definitely the best themed area in the park. So good in fact, that they cut it off from the rest to completely immerse you in the area of Harry Potter. The thing holding it back is that there's only 1 ride. Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts is an excellent roller coaster. Amazing theming, not really thrilling, but great theming. Definitely one of the best rides in the parks, however, 1 great ride isn't quite enough to rank amongst the other 4. Excellent area, definitely one of the best, but the top 4 just have really great ride collections that beat out Diagon Alley's theming. Number 4, New York. New York is a very well themed area, apart from this one kind of 2-dimensional background with the skyline that's themed with Hollywood Red Ride Rocket. But New York is a really good area with some good theming through it. Not the best, but what really holds it up is the rides. Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon is a fun motion simulator. Not great, but still very good with great theming. And Revenge of the Mummy is one of the best rides at either park, with excellent theming and some really good thrilling elements. Fantastic roller coaster that really holds up in New York. So while theming is weaker than some that are lower than it, the ride collection's definitely one of the best in the Universal parks. Number 3, a really tough one to rank, is Jurassic Park. The theming here is good. It's not great, but it's good. There's a lot of trees and foliage planted, and it has a few rides. There's Pteranodon Flyers, which is a fun little thing. Jurassic Park River Adventure is a great water ride with a fantastic final drop. And now they have VelociCoaster. Because of VelociCoaster, this makes top 3. It was hard not to put it higher because of VelociCoaster, but I haven't been on it yet, so I can't really be sure if it deserves like the number 1 spot. I'm pretty sure it'll be the best ride in either park because I'm a roller coaster guy, but it looks to be amazing, and it really holds up the rest of the area. That would definitely rank lower if not for its existence. Number 2 is Hogsmeade. Some prefer Diagon Alley, but the ride collection here is too good to pass up. Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure, I have not been on yet, but it looks to be one of the top 3 rides in either park, with amazing theming and a really good roller coaster layout. Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey is a fan favorite, I like it a lot too. It's definitely a great dark ride, and Flight of the Hippogriff is also a fun little roller coaster. So these rides are amazing, and the theming is second to only Diagon Alley in Universal, and this area is just as beautiful, though not quite as immersive. Plenty of nice buildings, really great area. I'm sure this is one of the favorites in the park. With that said, number 1 has to be Marvel Superhero Island. Maybe it's because I'm a big Marvel fan, but this is definitely my favorite area. The theming is great. There's some crazy, wacky buildings that really look like they come out of a comic book. Great job on that. There's a really nice way to walk around. It's right along the water. It's a really well-themed area. It's not the best theming, but it is the best ride collection, and that's the most important thing for me. The Incredible Hulk is my favorite ride in either park as of right now. A fantastic roller coaster, Amazing Spider-Man ride is my favorite dark ride in the world, period, with a really fun theme, really smart use of screens, some really fun little jokes thrown in. It's just a really fun, and I think at the time, revolutionary dark ride. There's also Storm Force Acceleration, which is nothing special, but it's very fun, and that does add to the collection overall. But with those two amazing rides, I could not think of anything else that I wanted to put at number 1. I knew this would be number 1 right from the start. And that is my list. I do enjoy Universal Parks quite a bit, and the areas are all great, and that's my ranking. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it if you did. Subscribe for more content. I will see you next time.